Okay, so I had a moment in the studio here, and I figured that I'd like to talk through just literally how to make dark melodies. Not, I mean, this will work for any melody, but I don't feel like making anything that's not dark. So just apply this thought process to any melody you actually want to make. But we'll do, for the sake of demonstration, we will do something that is not like so dark, right? So we will have like a major chord just for the sake of it doesn't have to be like so dark like Southside. So the first and foremost thing is like you need to have some kind of like foundational something to your melody. Like there's a lot of ways to think about this. You could build some bass notes and do the thing where people like, for example, something like this. I'm trying to show you when I could literally just show you. We could duplicate that over. So yeah, basically something like that, right? And that's a little bit darker and that's a little bit more like Southside. But the thing to kind of understand when anyone's doing anything, whether it's something like that, it's not necessarily such a structured thing, or it could even be something like different key entirely, like F sharp. And let's do something like, and you could copy. And you can come up with a, but okay, so I've noticed that you can do this sort of thing where you're kind of like guessing and trying to pick where you want to put stuff. And I've noticed that some people that I work with, whether it's collaborators or people that I take the time to teach, something that I've noticed is there's kind of like this picking around that I was just doing, right? Even though I know a little bit of music theory, I was still doing it. And I will leave that in, even though I will do a little bit of editing to this longer video, because I want to demonstrate how difficult it is, even for someone like me, who's not the most, technically sound, music theory wise, but I do know what I'm doing. And you can see that in my videos, but I still struggle to do that. And I can't make melodies quickly. And the reason I struggled is because I'm just picking and waiting to see where it actually creates the chord. Because all we're doing when we're picking spots and trying to figure out what sounds good is just using chords and using a little bit of music theory shit. So I'm going to tell you like all the music theory stuff that you really got to know right now. So the only thing you really got to know, so you never got to do what I just did again, you could instantly do it. And you can make any melody you want just based off of building the outline. It's just make your basic. It can be any key, bro. Let's just do B because we haven't done that one yet. Make a regular chord. I promise you it's this easy. Skip 2 spaces. I know you've seen it in so many videos that I've made, bro. It is truly this simple, bro. I'm telling you. Make a chord, bro. Let's make another one. You know what this is called? This is called a minor chord. Technically, it's like the 1 minor. Some people don't like that. They just want to call it a minor chord. For demonstration purposes, it's a minor chord, yo. That's all you got to know. And it sounds dark, right? Now I'm going to show you some magic right here. It's going to blow your damn mind. Bro, this is called tension. You just move the note down. That's the whole concept of like making dark melodies. It gets a little bit more cool than that, but that's basically it. And I've said it in so many videos, but it's like so many people like resist just doing this, but it is like that easy. And I don't know how else to say it except to just dead ass make a whole video devoted to showing people that it is truly that simple. And after all this fumbling around, you're still going to come back and do this. So, and it doesn't just work with this one note, even though, you know, personally, I spam it a lot. There's another tension spot right here, and you can actually use that tension again. And then you create another chord like this, and then you've got a different type of, you know, tension sound to work with. Now, here's where the concept gets fun. Like I was saying earlier, you can do something where you make a major chord instead. So this is technically a major chord, but I think this is the major chord, but it's going to sound good anyway because of tension. So it is just the magic of tension. These notes have tension with these notes, or, you know, these two notes right here have tension with these two notes in this chord here. And it's just, I don't know why it works like that. I'm sure Andrew Huberman probably knows how it works. I don't really care how it works. I just know it works, and I want to make good music. So when I'm in a bind, which is pretty much every time I turn on the DAW, because let's be real, this shit it's not easy to just do. I just go with what works. I just find the tension points, make the melody. Like, I can't drive it home enough. Tension, basic chords. Then from here, this is where you get to, like, actually, if you don't want to fumble around, bro, this is where you start to build your melody. What did I just do? I just voiced my chords. Or what is the other way you could talk about it? It's I don't know what's the other word for it, but like all you're just doing is changing. There's the funny words don't matter. I'm sure a commenter will just let me know. The words, the phrases don't matter. All you need to know is a different expression of the same chord. All I did was literally just take those two middle notes. It's not even like a complicated thing. It doesn't have to be the two middle ones. Like, you could take this one and take this one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just holding shift while using the select tool, which you could hit E, the shortcut, or use the, you know, these little icons up here. But yeah, I'm just using the selector tool, which, where is it? And then I'm hitting shift so that I can select multiple of them at the same time. You can just click off if you want to, or you can deselect and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool function, actually. But anyways, yeah, I'm just taking those two notes and then hitting command plus up or control plus up, and I'm just moving it up, bro. Fucking magic. And look, it's a brand new chord. That's beautiful, bro. Like, look. Like, you could literally create a whole, like, variation just right here. And really, if you want to give it some bounce, we could slow it down. Bring this over like this. Bring this over like this. Legato everything. And that's just hard. And I mean, you could do it a bunch of different ways. Like, you could, I don't know, voice these, I guess. That's actually kind of hard. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can play with it. And then that's how you get into, okay, but maybe I want to move this note like down here, but not necessarily be a bass note. And then I want it to be like kind of off grid. That's where you get to play with it, but you're not fumbling around anymore, because now you're like, I'm making a chord and that's all it is. Forgot to save. This is like my third beat today. And once you have something good, you know, we have some top notes, so let's add some bass notes too. What key are we in again? B. So this is pretty easy, right? Because we were just using the half steps, so we already know what it is. And then we could just keep it simple. No need to complicate the bass. It's really, take it from a guy who plays bass guitar. No need to complicate it. I already did the research for you. It's not complicated. They're usually just using the root notes anyway. You see, that is a basic chord. That is, and I mean, you know, you want to deceive yourself a little bit. Okay, cool. You want to make it look a little bit fancier. So save. Then we're gonna strum the notes with Option plus S. Anything that was like hitting together at the same time. So yeah, we've got a little bit of strum. Now we'll just How do you do this? Shorten all the notes. You can even randomize them, but maybe not that much. So that's just hard. And then from there, it's literally just sound selection. So for like literally the sake of demonstration, I will just keep it stock, which, you know, you guys know that I like to do in general, which since I got my new laptop, I haven't even updated like any of my VSTs actually, except for my mixing VSTs, because I really do just use stock shit. Like all my, like a lot of my placements, a lot of the shit that I do is just stock sounds, because it's really, that's it, bro. You could really get it popping with that shit. It's just your technical prowess has to be nice so that you don't need no crutches. So I have a lot of mixing plugins and stuff like that because I'm more of an engineer, to be real with you. I don't say that a lot, but I'm just an engineer. That's why I have a lot of that stuff. But I don't really need the instruments because I know what I'm doing. So I mean, let's see. So I know let's try like a bell. Let's try like a bell. Or do they have the music box in here? I think, bro, dyslexia do go crazy. All right, cool. So then we'll just copy over that MIDI. Maybe not that bass note, but let's see without the bass note. Let's see if they have some other bells. Let's just see. I like that a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. That could be a nice layer with it, actually. Okay, so I'll bring in another instance of flex and then go back to that music box. So then that brings us really into the next thing, which is just like layering your sounds and being deliberate with how you layer them, right? So that's like that's another bell. So I'm really layering two bells, but I took that up an octave so that it's covering a different frequency. And I think, honestly, I might come back to this FL keys, to be real with you, bro. Turn on this Rhodes or maybe like an organ, honestly. And let's see if we can make like a nice chord. And I feel like we might be able to. Oh, we turned it off, right? Yeah, we did. Yes. All right, I know what I'm gonna do with those bass notes in a second. This shit's so fun to me, bro. Yeah, we probably don't need these. Fuck, probably don't need these. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of trapping. I kind of like almost showed my true self there for a second, but like, let me like rest assured, my boy, we are currently trapping. And my boys and my girl, I have seen the stats. Our feminine audiences or our female audience is increasing. But anyways, we are trapping though. Like, no lie, I really did just get excited. Like I am truly like a producer nerd. Like any little thing in this shit gets me excited, bro. That shit is kind of clean, bro. It's the FL keys organ. You gotta be kidding me right now, bro. Like, come on, yo. What time is it? I know I got a call in like 30 minutes, or like really like 20, but let's wrap this up, bro. Bro, that shit is beautiful. Okay, so we'll put this in track 2. We'll put this in track 3. So then I'm gonna open up GMS and see if we can find a good bass pluck. Oh, I'm tripping. Come into GMS, paste, boom, but they're all still muted. I will unmute them. And then am I tripping? This kind of low. Okay, let's get that clipper on here before we do anything that looks like mixing. Should have been the first thing I did. Pro tip. I can't say that enough. Okay, so let's see what kind of bounce we can add to this. Ooh. Oh, that was probably one of my clients. Like, we don't really need it, but like for demonstration purposes, bro, like let's add like one more layer and let's do like, let's do FL keys again, bro, just to show you, just to be a dick, really. Like, and let's do like just some like, I noticed that you don't even have to do the whole melody with the piano. It's like a really good accenting instrument on the lowest of keys, bro. It's nice as just like some bass notes, bro, especially. Like, I noticed that. And like you could like just duplicate this over basically. So you could like take this all, copy it, paste it, and get it aligned, move it up, you know, strum it. No one man should have all this much fun. So this is like getting a little bit deeper, and I know I don't always talk that much about signal flow. So we'll name that. Sorry, I kind of broke myself up in the middle of that. I had to label that right away. I'll change it because the bass is not going to have anything to do with what I'm about to talk about. So let's just make sure it looks completely different. I don't get confused. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, great. So this is going to be more so signal flow. So I'll just move quickly through this because there's a whole signal flow guide that is probably in the description right now, and you can check that out. But basically, I'm going to take all of this, route it to one track, and that's going to be the melody bus. And that's going to just be basically just for our like mastering stuff. It's not really that important, other than it's consolidating all of the melodies into one thing. And in case we need to do any sends or like big effects on all the melodies at once, it's very helpful. We're going to bring everything down. Start with that bass. I don't, well, yeah, it'll probably end up being the main bass in the beat. So let's go ahead and make it about that loud. And then let's go ahead and mute. We're good with that. That's not the first one we want to work with. This is what we want to work with. It's already got some reverb on it. That's good. Let's do some vinyl. Nice. Nice. Let's do some chorus. Then we can add that EQ on there. Now we are truly trapping. Now we can layer it with this one. Hey, let's try some sound goodizer real quick, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like a radio bells almost. That's kind of hard. So I know I'm kind of like moving quick through this, but I do have another really good tutorial for you. We just did it about a month or two ago. It covers like EQ and stereo imaging especially really well in the effects. But yeah, this is just my basic stack. I'll usually do some kind of like detune and chorus, and then I'll do the EQ. I used to do the EQ at like first and then do the chorus after, but I like having the chorus and detune and stuff just on the actual instrument before I have the EQ touch or anything like that. But then other than that, it's the standard stack: EQ, delay, reverb. I always do it. It's literally the same that I've been doing for like 4 or 5 years, bro. That's how I got good at it. I just never changed it. So now I know how to make it sound good. However I set it up in any kind of delay. It could be this delay, that delay, any brand. I just kept doing it, and I got good at, you know, leveling the effects. I can't tell you how to practice. I can't. No words I say is gonna make you do the practice. You still gotta go do it after you watch this. You feel me? Don't just be spamming these tuts all day. I hope you're not one of those guys. I used to be like that. So, you know, don't be like that. Also, go put it into action as well. Very important. Very important. All right, let's bring in that organ now. Use that sound goodizer again. I just had to check real quick. That shit kind of hard, bro. Why is that kind of hard? Let's automate it. Just, I'm such a 808 Mafia baby. Jesus Christ. But that shit does sound kind of groovy. And we can make this unique and just boom. That shit is live. That's it. Oh, we're done with the mix. Shit. All right, cool. Let's add a little bit of neutron. Dang, I was like, dang, we still got more to do. Nope, that's it. That's pretty hard, bro. And so you can get into arranging it, which I don't feel like covering, honestly. So we won't. And I already have an arrangement guide right down there below you. And it just works the same. Just take the drums out. Just arrange the melody the same way I told you how to do it there. And yeah, drum programming. I also won't do in this. There's a tutorial down in the description there for you. So you can get that too if you want to learn how to lay down some fire drums on the melodies you make. The whole takeaway from this is that it's like not complicated, but you do have to do it. There are no tricks. Oh, can you be quiet, bro, for like 2 seconds? You do have to do it, right? You have to just like sit down and you have to be like, I'm going to make this melody from scratch using like some techniques that I learned. I'm not going to fumble around because like if you're going to practice, you're going to perform the way you practice. I learned this from like the many sports that I played, and I've played a lot of them, bro. I'm not trying to flex, but like y'all see the pictures, like I am an athlete and there's a reason I look like that. I played all the sports. I'm not going to list them all, but like basketball, football, boxing, just to name a few. I'm currently doing boxing training. That's neither here nor there. Point being, the thing that is like the chord between everything I've ever practiced, sports or otherwise, is that like the way you practice is the way you will perform when you are under pressure. Like you will fall like, okay, that's the appointment. So this is perfect timing. Great. Okay, so you will fall to whatever your worst performance is in practice. That's how you will perform when there's pressure on, when you have to actually like, okay, I have to do this for real. Like I'm in the studio or it's game day or it's the playoffs and I got to, whatever it is, whatever analogy you want to use, whatever situation you want to put yourself in, whatever you practice is going to be how you perform. That being said, if you just fumble around and try to pick notes and shit all day, what do you think is going to happen? And that's what you do every single studio session. You've never tried to learn, why do certain melodies sound good and why do certain melodies not sound good? How can I manipulate this to my advantage? What 2 or 3 techniques can I learn and spam over and over again so that my melodies sound godly compared to those of my peers and contemporaries? There are these little things that you just got to get into your DAW and practice every day so that your toolbox isn't just full of a bunch of like tools that are basically just fuck around and hope for the best, bro. That's a bad plan. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you've got, chord voicing in your toolbox, you've got a little bit of tension in your toolbox. You feel me? You've got a little bit of gain staging. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, homie? So that's what we want to do. We want to be the kind of music producers that have robust sets of talents and abilities, right? We don't want to be one-trick ponies. We don't want to be these guys that literally cannot do it in public. Like that's embarrassing, right? So let's practice it. That's the main thing, this entire rant was just a section on talking about the importance of practice. If you got this far, last thing I want to say before I literally click off is please do not end today without practicing at least one thing you learned from some tutorial you watched, even if it's not music production, if it's how to make money, how to look better, how to build your body, whatever the fuck it is, how to fucking make a sandwich, bro. Just go practice it. That's the only, like, watching the video, you do not learn it through watching the video. You learn it through practicing what you learned in the video. You have to do it. You have to do it. So I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this longer video. Let me know if you want to see more like that. Consider becoming a member if you like them, because members get these like all the time. So if you fuck with this, you might fuck with being a member. But I love you. Peace.